Genealogy of Knight of the Swan. Knight of the Swan. Wolfram von Eschenbach, who wrote part of his Partikel at Wartburg Castle in 1203. In Wolfram's story, Wartburg is the Grail Castle Munsalvisk, where the knight Swan Lohengrin hears a call of distress from Elsa of Brabant, who is being held prisoner in the castle of Clovis, modern Kulv, Germany. The principal French versions of the romance are Le Chevalier au Cygne and Helios. The first mention of Helios is when arrives on the scene when the Emperor Henry IV held court at Nijmegen to decide a claim by the Count of Frankfurt for the Duchy of Bouillon, then held by Ida of Louvain, the widow of the Duke of Bouillon. Helios of Lorraine won the battle, and married Ida, by whom he begot Geoffrey of Bouillon, leader of the First Crusade. When Ida betrays her promise not to ask his identity, Helios leaves her, never to return. Helios then married Elsa of Brabant, producing a son, Eilimer, who married Riza, the heiress of Oldenburg, and became the Count of Oldenburg. 6. Helios then marries Beatrix of Clovis and becomes King of Francia. They have 3 sons, Diderik, who succeeded his father in the county of Clovis, Godfrey, who became Count of Loon, and Conrad, who became ancestor of the Counts of Hesse. The Duchy of Clovis was a state of the Holy Roman Empire which emerged from the medieval Hettergau. It was situated in the northern Rhineland on both sides of the Lower Rhine, around its capital Clovis. The House of Clovis reigned from Schwanenberg Castle, associated in legend with the Knight of the Swan, immortalized in Wagner's Lohengrin. In Wolfram's story, Wartburg is the Grail Castle Munsalvisk, where the knight Swan Lohengrin hears a call of distress from Elsa of Brabant, who is being held prisoner in the castle of Clovis, modern Kulv, Germany. The principal French versions of the romance are Le Chevalier au Cygne and Helios. The first mention of Helios is when arrives on the scene when the Emperor Henry IV held court at Nijmegen to decide a claim by the Count of Frankfurt for the Duchy of Bouillon, then held by Ida of Louvain, the widow of the Duke of Bouillon. Helios of Lorraine won the battle, and married Ida, by whom he begot Geoffrey of Bouillon, leader of the First Crusade. When Ida betrays her promise not to ask his identity, Helios leaves her, never to return. Helios then married Elsa of Brabant, producing a son, Eilimer, who married Riza, the heiress of Oldenburg, and became the Count of Oldenburg. Helios then marries Beatrix of Clovis and becomes King of Francia. They have 3 sons, Diderik, who succeeded his father in the county of Clovis, Godfrey, who became Count of Loon, and Conrad, who became ancestor of the Counts of Hesse. Emperor Sigismund, founder of the Order of the Dragon, raised Adolf I, Duke of Clovis, 1373–1448, to the status of a duke and a prince of the Holy Roman Empire in 1417. Adolf I married Mary of Burgundy, Duchess of Clovis, sister of Philip the Good, founder of the Order of the Golden Fleece. Adolf I's daughter Catherine of Clovis commissioned Hours of Catherine of Clovis, one of the most lavishly illuminated manuscripts to survive from the 15th century and has been described as one of the masterpieces of Northern European illumination. Catherine married Arnold, Duke of Guelders, and was the mother of Marie of Clovis, who married James III of Scotland. Their grandson, James IV of Scotland, married Margaret Tudor, daughter of Henry VII, a knight of the Order of the Golden Fleece, and Elizabeth of York, daughter of Elizabeth Woodville, who was accused of witchcraft. Their son, James V of Scotland, also a knight of the Order of the Golden Fleece, married Marie de Guise, who was descended from Catherine through her son Adolphe, Duke of Guelders, whose daughter Philippa married René II, Duke of Lorraine, Grand Master of the Order of the Fleur-de-Lis, founded by his grandfather René of Anjou, a purported Grand Master of the Priory of Zion. Catherine's sister Marie of Clovis, Duchess of Orleans, married Charles, Duke of Orleans, 1394–1465, a knight of the Order of the Golden Fleece. Their son was Louis XII, King of France, 1462–1515, whose daughter Claude married Francis I of France, 1494–1547, who sponsored the careers of Leonardo da Vinci, also a purported Grand Master of the Priory of Zion, and Guillaume Postel, a friend of John Dee, whose predictions of the coming of Elias Artista inspired the Rosicrucian movement, and was believed by the founder of the Royal Society to have been Francis Bacon. Francis' son Henry II of France, 1519–1559, married Catherine de' Medici, who was a practitioner of the Black Mass and a chief supporter of Nostradamus. John I's son and successor, John II, Duke of Clovis, 1458–1521, like his father was a Knight of the Order of the Golden Fleece. John I's brother, Engelbert, Count of Nevers, was the great-grandfather of Henriette of Clovis, a lady-in-waiting of Catherine de' Medici. Henriette married Ludovico Gonzaga, who supposedly succeeded his uncle Ferrante Gonzaga as Grand Master of the Priory of Zion. In 1511, by his marriage with Maria of Jülichburg, John I's son, John III of La Marque, 1458–1521, inherited the fiefs of Jülich and Berga upon the death of his father-in-law Duke William IV. Duke John III married his eldest daughter Sibylle to John Frederick I of Saxony, 1503–1554, a close friend of Martin Luther. John Frederick would go on to later head the Schmalkaldic League, a military alliance of Lutheran princes within the Holy Roman Empire, with Philip I, Landgrave of Hesse, 1504–1567, whose descendants would found the Rosicrucian movement. It was John Frederick who commissioned the creation of the Luther Rose, a widely recognized symbol for Lutheranism, featuring the white rose of York, superimposed by a cross within a heart. Philip I of Hesse's granddaughter Anna of Saxony would marry the famous William the Silent, Prince of Orange, 1533–1584. Philip's grandson, Maurice, Landgrave of Hesse-Kassel, known as the Learned, was a close friend of the grandson of William the Silent, Frederick V of the Palatinate, 1596–1632, whose marriage to Elizabeth Stuart, daughter of King James, was celebrated in the chimical wedding of Christian Rosenkreutz, by Johann Valentin Andrea, which followed the Rosicrucian manifestos. The invitation to the royal wedding includes John Dee's symbol of Monas Hieroglyphica, representing the great conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter in 1623, around which the advent of the Rosicrucian movement was timed. John III of Cleves' daughter Anne of Clovis, 1515–1557, even became Queen Consort of England as the wife of King Henry VIII, but after 6 months, the marriage was declared unconsummated and, as a result, she was not crowned Queen Consort. Helios plus Ida of Louvac. Godfrey of Bouillon, leader of the Prince's Crusade. Baldwin I, King of Jerusalem. Eustace III plus Mary of Scotland, daughter of Malcolm III and Saint Margaret, daughter of Edward the Exile and Agata of Bulgaria. Matilda I, Countess of Boulogne plus Stephen, King of England. Marie I, Countess of Boulogne plus Matthew of Alsace. Ida, Countess of Boulogne plus Renaud, Count of Dammartin. Matilda II, Countess of Boulogne plus Alfonso III of Portugal, no issue. Matilde of Flanders plus Henry I, Duke of Brabant. Maria of Brabant plus Otto IV, Holy Roman Emperor. Margaret plus Gerard III, Count of Guelders. Otto II, Count of Guelders plus Margaretha of Brabant. Margaret of Guelders plus Ingerand IV, Lord de Cousy, no issue. Otto II, Count of Guelders plus Philippe of Dammartin. Reginald I of Guelders plus Margaret of Flanders, D of Guy of Dampierre plus Isabel of Luxembourg. Reginald II, Duke of Guelders plus Sophia Berthout. Maria of Guelders plus William II, Duke of Jülich, see below. Margaret of Guelders plus Dietrich VIII, Count of Clovis, see below. Margaret of Guelders plus Dietrich VII, Count of Clovis, see below. Margaret plus Adolphe II of the Mark, see below. Ricardes of Guelders plus William IV, Count of Jülich. Gerhard V of Jülich plus Elizabeth of Brabant-Tarscott, daughter of Godfrey of Brabant. William V, Duke of Jülich plus Joanna of Hainaut. Gerhard VI of Jülich plus Gerhard VI of Jülich. Margaret plus Adolf III of the Mark, see below. William II, Duke of Jülich plus Maria of Guelders. Joanna plus John V, Lord of Arkell. Maria plus John II, Count of Egmont. Arnold, Duke of Guelders plus Catherine of Clovis, see below. Matilde plus Henry II, Count Palatine of the Rhine. Henry II, Duke of Brabant plus Maria of Swabia. Henry III, Duke of Brabant plus Adelaide of Burgundy, see below. Matilda of Brabant plus Robert I of Artois, see below. Blanche of Artois plus Henry I of Navarre, son of Theobald IV of Champagne. Joan I of Navarre plus Philip IV Le Bel of France. Isabella of France plus Edward II of England. Edward III of England, founder of the Order of the Garter. Edward the Black Prince plus Joan of Kent. Richard II of England plus Anne of Bohemia, sister of Sigismund of Luxembourg, founder of the Order of the Dragon. Isabella, Countess of Bedford plus Enguerrand VII de Coucy, possible author of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. Marie I de Coucy, Countess of Soissons plus Henry of Bar, S of Marie of Valois, Duchess of Bar plus Robert I, Duke of Bar, grandson of Edward I, Count of Bar, purported Grand Master of the Priory of Zion. John of Gaunt, Duke of Lancaster plus Blanche of Lancaster. Philippa of Lancaster plus John I of Portugal. Edward I of Portugal plus Eleanor of Aragon, D of Ferdinand I of Aragon. Prince Henry the Navigator, Grand Master of the Order of Christ. Isabella of Portugal plus Philip the Good, founder of the Order of the Golden Fleece. Henry IV of England plus Mary de Bohun. Henry V of England, Order of the Dragon, plus Catherine of Valois. Henry VI of England. Edmund of Langley, 1st Duke of York plus Isabella of Castile, D of Peter of Castile. Richard, 3rd Earl of Cambridge plus Anne Mortimer. Richard Duke of York plus Cecily Neville. Edward IV of England plus Elizabeth Woodville, D of Jacquetta of Luxembourg, 4th cousin twice removed of Emperor Sigismund. Elizabeth of York plus Henry VII of England. Henry VIII, King of England. Richard III of England plus Anne Neville. Henry II, Duke of Brabant plus Sophie of Thuringia, daughter of Louis IV, Landgrave of Thuringia plus Elizabeth of Hungary, of the Miracle of the Roses. Henry I, Landgrave of Hesse plus Adelheid of Brunswick-Luneburg. Adelheid plus Berthold VII, Count of Henneberg-Schlesingen. Elizabeth plus John II, Burgrave of Nuremberg. Frederick V, Burgrave of Nuremberg plus Elizabeth of Meissen. Elizabeth plus Rupert of Germany. Louis III, Elector Palatine, acted as vicar for Emperor Sigismund. Frederick I, Elector Palatine. Frederick I, Elector of Brandenburg, first member of the House of Hohenzollern to rule the Margraviate of Brandenburg, plus Elizabeth, daughter of Frederick, Duke of Bavaria-Landshut, and Madalena Visconti. John, Margrave the Alchemist of Brandenburg-Kulmbach plus Barbara of Saxe-Wittenberg. Barbara of Brandenburg plus Ludovico III Gonzaga, Marquis of Mantua. Dorothea of Brandenburg plus Christian I of Denmark, first King of the House of Oldenburg. See below. Frederick II, Elector of Brandenburg, House of Hohenzollern. Founder of the Order of the Swan, plus Catherine of Saxony, see below. Albert III Achilles, Elector of Brandenburg, member of the Order of the Swan, spent time at the court of Emperor Sigismund, plus Anna of Saxony, daughter of Frederick II, Elector of Saxony plus Sophia of Poland, sister of Sigismund I the Old. John Cicero, Elector of Brandenburg plus Margaret of Thuringia. Joachim I Nestor, Elector of Brandenburg plus Elizabeth of Denmark, see below. Anna of Brandenburg plus Frederick I of Denmark, see below. Frederick I, Margrave of Brandenburg-Ansbach. George, Margrave of Brandenburg-Ansbach. Albert, Duke of Prussia, Grand Master of the Teutonic Knights, founder of the Duchy of Prussia, plus Dorothea, daughter of Frederick I of Denmark. Albert, Duke of Prussia plus Anna Maria. Albert Frederick, Duke of Prussia plus Maria Leonor of Clovis, daughter of Wilhelm, Duke of Jülich-Clovisberg plus Archduchess Maria of Austria, daughter of Ferdinand I and Anna Jagellonica. See Genealogy of the House of Clovis. Anna of Prussia plus John Sigismund, Elector of Brandenburg. After Albert Frederick's death in 1603, the Sigismund III Vasa permitted John Sigismund to succeed him in 1611, thereafter ruling Brandenburg, and Duchy of Prussia in personal union. George William, Elector of Brandenburg plus Elizabeth Charlotte of the Palatinate, see below. Magdalene Sibylle of Prussia plus John George I, Elector of Saxony, see below. Johann of Brandenburg-Ansbach, Order of the Golden Fleece. Otto I, Landgrave of Hesse plus Adelheid of Ravensburg. Henry II the Iron plus Elizabeth of Thuringia, daughter of Frederick I, Margrave of Meissen. Adelheid plus Casimir III of Poland. Louis the Junker plus Elizabeth of Sponheim. Hermann II of Hesse plus Margaret of Hohenzollern-Nuremberg. Louis I, Landgrave of Hesse plus Anna of Saxony, Landgravine of Hesse. Henry III, Landgrave of Upper Hesse plus Anna of Katznelnbogen. Elizabeth plus Johann V of Nassau-Weyendendietz. William I, Count of Nassau-Dillenburg. William the Silent, Order of the Golden Fleece, plus Anna of Egmont. Philip William, Prince of Orange plus Eleonora of Bourbon-Condé, see below. William the Silent, Order of the Golden Fleece, plus Anna of Saxony, see below. William the Silent, Order of the Golden Fleece, plus Charlotte of Bourbon. Countess Louise Juliana of Nassau plus Frederick IV, Elector Palatine, see below. William the Silent, Order of the Golden Fleece, plus Louise de Coligny. Frederick Henry, Prince of Orange plus Amalia of Solms-Braunfels. William II, Prince of Orange plus Mary, Princess Royal, see below. William III, Landgrave of Hesse plus Elizabeth, D. of Philip, Elector Palatine. Louis II, Landgrave of Lower Hesse plus Mechthild of Württemberg-Urach. William II, Landgrave of Hesse plus Anna of Mecklenburg-Schwerin. Elizabeth plus John of Saxony. Philip I, Landgrave of Hesse plus Christine of Saxony. Agnes plus Elector Maurice of Saxony. Countess Louise Juliana of Nassau plus William the Silent, see above. Maurice of Nassau, Prince of Orange, Order of the Golden Fleece. Anna of Hesse plus Wolfgang, Count Palatine of Zweibrücken. Philip Ludwig, Count Palatine of Neuburg plus Anna of Clovis. Countess Palatine Anna Maria of Neuburg plus Friedrich Wilhelm I, Duke of Saxe-Weimar, see above. Johann Philipp, Duke of Saxe-Altenburg plus Elizabeth of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel, see above. John I, Count Palatine of Zweibrücken plus Magdalene of Jülich-Clovisberg. John Casimir of Clayburg. Christina Magdalena plus Frederick VI, Margrave of Baden-Durlach. Frederick VII, Margrave of Baden-Durlach plus Augusta Marie of Holstein-Gottorp. Albertina Frederica of Baden-Durlach plus Christian August of Holstein-Gottorp, Prince of Uden. King Adolf Frederick of Sweden. Charles X Gustav of Sweden, Fruit-Bearers Society, plus Hedwig Eleonora of Holstein-Gottorp. Charles XI of Sweden plus Ulrika Eleonora of Denmark. Charles XII. Ulrika Eleonora, Queen of Sweden. William IV, Landgrave of Hesse-Kassel plus Sabina of Württemberg. Maurice, Landgrave of Hesse-Kassel, member of Fruit-Bearing Society, plus Agnes of Solms-Laubach. William V, Landgrave of Hesse-Kassel, Fruit-Bearing Society. William VI, Landgrave of Hesse-Kassel, Fruit-Bearing Society. Charlotte Amalie of Hesse-Kassel plus Christian V of Denmark. William VII, Landgrave of Hesse-Kassel. Charles, Landgrave of Hesse-Kassel. Frederick I of Sweden plus Maria Amalia of Kurland. William VIII, Landgrave of Hesse-Kassel plus Dorothea Wilhelmina of Saxe-Zeitz. Frederick II, Landgrave of Hesse-Kassel plus Princess Mary of Great Britain, see below. Marie-Louise of Hesse-Kassel plus John William Friso, Prince of Orange. William IV, Prince of Orange. Philip, Landgrave of Hesse-Philippsthal plus Katharina Amalia Grafin von Solms-Laubach. Elizabeth Henriette plus Frederick I of Prussia, no issue. Charlotte, elect Res Palatine plus Charles Louis, Elector Palatine, see below. Elizabeth of Hesse plus Louis VI, Elector Palatine. Anna Marie plus Charles IX of Sweden. Frederick IV, Elector Palatine plus Louise Juliana of Nassau, see above. Alchemical wedding, Frederick V of the Palatinate plus Elizabeth Stuart, see below. Elizabeth Charlotte of the Palatinate plus George William, Elector of Brandenburg, see above. Frederick William, Elector of Brandenburg plus Countess Louise Henriette of Nassau, daughter of Frederick Henry, Prince of Orange, son of William the Silent. Frederick I of Prussia plus Elizabeth Henrietta of Hesse-Kassel. Princess Louise Dorothea of Prussia, no issue. Frederick I of Prussia plus Sophia Charlotte of Hanover, see below. Elimir I, Count of Oldenburg plus Rikissa, or Richenza, the heiress of the House of Oldenburg. Elimir II, Count of Oldenburg plus Ilika of Werl-Rietberg. Christian I, Count of Oldenburg plus Königund. Maurice, Count of Oldenburg. Christian II, Count of Oldenburg plus Agnes. John I, Count of Oldenburg plus Richeza of Hohenstumpfenhausen. Christian III, Count of Oldenburg plus Jutta of Bentheim. John II, Count of Oldenburg plus Hedwig of Die-Effals. Conrad I, Count of Oldenburg plus Ingeborg of Brunswick. Christian V, Count of Oldenburg plus Countess Agnes of Honstein. Dietrich, Count of Oldenburg plus Helvig of Schoenberg. Christian I of Denmark, first King of the House of Oldenburg, plus Dorothea of Brandenburg, see above. John I of Denmark plus Christina of Saxony, D of Ernest, Elector of Saxony, founder of the Ernestine branch of the House of Wettin. Christian II of Denmark plus Isabella of Austria, daughter of Philip I of Castile plus Joanna of Castile. Christina of Denmark plus Francesco II Sforza, last member of the Sforza family to rule Milan. Christina of Denmark plus Francis I, Duke of Lorraine, see above. Charles III, Duke of Lorraine plus Claude of France. Henry II, Duke of Lorraine plus Margarita Gonzaga, see above. Nicole of Lorraine plus Charles IV, Duke of Lorraine. Charles V, Duke of Lorraine, Order of the Golden Fleece, plus Eleonora Maria of Austria, see above. Leopold, Duke of Lorraine plus Elizabeth Charlotte d'Orléans, see below. Claude of Lorraine plus Nicholas II, Duke of Lorraine. Christina of Lorraine, patron of Galileo. Renata of Lorraine plus William V, Duke of Bavaria. Maximilian I, Elector of Bavaria plus Maria Anna of Austria. Ferdinand Maria, Elector of Bavaria plus Princess Henriette Adelaide of Savoy. Maria Anna of Bavaria plus Ferdinand II, Holy Roman Emperor. Ferdinand III, Holy Roman Emperor. Dorothea of Denmark plus Frederick II, Elector Palatine, no issue. Elizabeth of Denmark plus Joachim I Nestor, Elector of Brandenburg, see above. Margaret of Brandenburg plus John V, Prince of Anhalt-Zerbst. Joachim Ernest, Prince of Anhalt plus Eleanor of Württemberg. John George I, Prince of Anhalt-Dessau, learned in astrology and alchemy. Member of Fruit-Bearing Society, plus Countess Palatine Dorothea of Simmern. Christian of Anhalt, Advisor-in-Chief of Frederick IV, Elector Palatine, of the Alchemical Wedding, plus Anna of Bentheim-Tecklenburg. Dorothea Maria of Anhalt, at whose funeral the Fruit-Bearing Society was founded, on August 24, 1617, date of the St. Bartholomew's Day massacre in 1572, plus Johann II, Duke of Saxe-Weimar. Ernest I, Duke of Saxe-Gotha, member of Fruit-Bearing Society, founder of the House of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha dynasty. See Genealogy of the House of Romanov, plus Elizabeth Sophie, Duchess of Saxe-Gotha-Altenburg, see below. Augustus, Prince of Anhalt-Plotskoe, fruit-bearing society, led Rosicrucian court, including Paul Nagel, collaborated with Balthasar Walther. Rudolf, Prince of Anhalt-Zerbst, fruit-bearing society, plus Dorothea Hedwig of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel, see below. Dorothea of Anhalt-Zerbst plus Augustus the Younger, Duke of Brunswick-Lüneburg, member of fruit-bearing society, friend of Johann Valentin Andrea, purported author of the Rosicrucian Manifestos, and Rabbi Templo. Anthony Ulrich, Duke of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel plus Princess Elizabeth Juliana of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Norberg. Louis Rudolph, Duke of Brunswick-Lüneburg plus Princess Christine Louise of Ruhr-Ettingen. Elizabeth Christine of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel plus Archduke Charles VI of Austria. Empress Maria Theresa plus Francis I, Holy Roman Emperor. Joseph II, Holy Roman Emperor, had affair with Jacob Frank. Charlotte Christine of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel plus Tsarovich Alexei Petrovich of Russia, son and heir of Peter the Great, who initiated by Sir Christopher Wren and introduced Freemasonry in his dominions. Peter II of Russia, the direct male line of the Romanov dynasty, ended with this death. Princess Antoinette of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel plus Ferdinand Albert II, Duke of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel, member of fruit-bearing society, grandson of Augustus the Younger by Duchess Elizabeth Sophie of Mecklenburg, daughter of Duke John Albert II of Mecklenburg. Princess Sophie Antoinette of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel plus Ernest Frederick, Duke of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld, see above. Francis, Duke of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld plus Countess Augusta of Reusebersdorf. Ernst I, Duke of Saxe-Coburg plus Louise of Saxe-Gotha-Altenburg, see below. Leopold I of Belgium, first King of the Belgians, Order of the Golden Fleece, and Grand Master of the Order of the Fleur-de-Lis. John VI, Prince of Anhalt-Zerbst, member of fruit-bearing society, plus Sophie Augusta of Holstein-Gottorp, see below. Louis I, Prince of Anhalt-Cothen, founder of the fruit-bearing society, plus Louis Marie de Moina Amelie. Margaret of Denmark plus James III of Scotland. James IV of Scotland plus Margaret Tudor, d. of Henry VII, Golden Fleece plus Elizabeth of York, daughter of Elizabeth Woodville. James V of Scotland, Order of the Golden Fleece, plus Marie de Guise, see below. Frederick I of Denmark plus Anna of Brandenburg, daughter of John Cicero, Elector of Brandenburg and Margaret of Thuringia. Christian III of Denmark plus Dorothea of Saxe-Lauenburg, see above. N. Electress of Saxony plus Augustus, Elector of Saxony, see above. Christian I, Elector of Saxony plus Sophie of Brandenburg, see above. John George I, Elector of Saxony plus Magdalene Sibylle of Prussia, see above. Marie Elizabeth of Saxony plus Duke Frederick III of Holstein-Gottorp, see below. Augustus, Prince of Anhalt-Plotskoe, fruit-bearing society, plus Sibylle of Soms-Laubach. Dorothea plus Duke Heinrich Julius of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel. Dorothea Hedwig of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel plus Rudolf, Prince of Anhalt-Zerbst, fruit-bearing society. Dorothea of Anhalt-Zerbst plus Augustus the Younger, Duke of Brunswick-Lüneburg, member of fruit-bearing society, friend of Johann Valentin Andrea, purported author of the Rosicrucian Manifestos, and Rabbi Templo. Anthony Ulrich, Duke of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel plus Princess Elizabeth Juliana of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Norberg. Louis Rudolph, Duke of Brunswick-Lüneburg plus Princess Christine Louise of Ruhr-Ettingen. Elizabeth Christine of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel plus Archduke Charles VI of Austria. Empress Maria Theresa plus Francis I, Holy Roman Emperor. Joseph II, Holy Roman Emperor, had affair with Jacob Frank. Charlotte Christine of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel plus Tsarovich Alexei Petrovich of Russia, son and heir of Peter the Great. Peter II of Russia, the direct male line of the Romanov dynasty, ended with this death. Princess Antoinette of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel plus Ferdinand Albert II, Duke of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel, Fruit-Bearing Society. Princess Sophie Antoinette of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel plus Ernest Frederick, Duke of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld, see above. Francis, Duke of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld plus Countess Augusta of Reuss-Ebersdorf. Ernst I, Duke of Saxe-Coburg plus Louise of Saxe-Gotha-Altenburg, see above. Ernest II, Duke of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha. Prince Albert of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha plus Queen Victoria, see below. Leopold I of Belgium, First King of the Belgians, Order of the Golden Fleece, and Grand Master of the Order of the Fleur de Lis. Leopold II of Belgium, Order of the Golden Fleece. Prince Philippe, Count of Flanders, Order of the Golden Fleece, plus Princess Marie of Hohenzollern-Sigmaringen. King Albert I of the Belgians, Order of the Golden Fleece, plus Duchess Elizabeth in Bavaria. Leopold III of Belgium, Order of the Golden Fleece, plus Albert II of Belgium, Order of the Golden Fleece. Juliana Maria of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel plus Frederick V of Denmark. Frederick, Hereditary Prince of Denmark plus Duchess Sophia Frederica of Mecklenburg-Schwerin. Princess Louise Charlotte plus Prince William of Hesse-Kassel, see below. Frederick II of Denmark, supported Tycho Brahe, plus Sophie of Mecklenburg-Güstrow. Elizabeth of Denmark plus Henry Julius, Duke of Brunswick-Luneburg. Elizabeth of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel plus Johann Philipp, Duke of Saxe-Altenburg, see above. Elizabeth Sophie, Duchess of Saxe-Gotha-Altenburg plus Ernest I, Duke of Saxe-Gotha, founder of the House of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha dynasty, member of Fruit-Bearing Society. Elizabeth Dorothea plus Louis VI, Landgrave of Hesse-Darmstadt, Fruit-Bearing Society. Ernest Louis, Landgrave of Hesse-Darmstadt plus Dorothea Charlotte of Brandenburg-Ansbach. Louis VIII, Landgrave of Hesse-Darmstadt plus Countess Charlotte of Hanau-Lichtenberg. Louis IX, Landgrave of Hesse-Darmstadt plus Countess Palatine Caroline of Zweibrücken. Louis I, Grand Duke of Hesse plus Princess Louise of Hesse-Darmstadt. Marie of Hesse, interested in occultism, plus Alexander II of Russia. Natalia Alexeyevna plus Paul I Romanov, see below. Frederick I, Duke of Saxe-Gotha-Altenburg, Fruit-Bearing Society, plus Magdalena Sibylle of Saxe-Weissenfels. Frederick II, Duke of Saxe-Gotha-Altenburg plus Magdalene Augusta, see below. Dorothea Marie of Saxe-Gotha plus Ernst Ludwig I, Duke of Saxe-Meiningen, see below. Friederike plus Johann August, Prince of Anhalt-Zerbst, without issue. John Ernest IV, Duke of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld, founder of Ducal House of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld, plus Sophie Hedwig of Saxe-Mersburg. Christian Ernest II, Duke of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld plus Francis Josias, Duke of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld plus Anna Sophie of Schwartberg-Rudolstadt. Ernest Frederick, Duke of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld plus Princess Sophie Antoinette of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel, see below. Bernhard I, Duke of Saxe-Meiningen, 1649–1706, plus Marie Hedwig of Hesse-Darmstadt. Ernst Ludwig I, Duke of Saxe-Meiningen plus Dorothea Marie of Saxe-Gotha. Princess Louise Dorothea of Saxe-Meiningen plus Frederick III, Duke of Saxe-Gotha-Altenburg, see below. Bernhard I, Duke of Saxe-Meiningen plus Elizabeth Eleanor of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel. Anton Ulrich, Duke of Saxe-Meiningen plus Charlotte Amalie of Hesse-Philippsthal. Princess Charlotte of Saxe-Meiningen plus Ernest II, Duke of Saxe-Gotha-Altenburg, gave refuge to Adam Weishaupt. Augustus, Duke of Saxe-Gotha-Altenburg plus Louise Charlotte of Mecklenburg-Schwerin, see below. Anne of Denmark plus King James I of England, see below. Christian IV, King of Denmark and Norway, Knight of the Order of the Golden Fleece. Hosted Christian of Anhalt during his exile. Augusta of Denmark plus John Adolf, Duke of Holstein-Gottorp. Frederick III of Holstein-Gottorp plus Marie Elizabeth of Saxony, see below. Helios plus Beatrix of Clovis. Dietrich I, Count of Clovis. Arnold I, Count of Clovis plus Ida of Louvat, daughter of Godfrey I, Count of Louvat. Dietrich II, Count of Clovis plus Adelaide, daughter of Gebhard III of Sulzbach. Dietrich III, of 4, Count of Clovis plus Margaret, daughter of Floris III, Count of Holland plus Ada of Huntingdon, granddaughter of David I of Scotland. Dietrich V, Count of Clovis plus Hedwig of Meissen, D of Theodoric I, Margrave of Meissen. Dietrich VI, Count of Clovis plus Aelidus von Heinsberg. Dietrich VII, Count of Clovis plus Margaret of Guelders, see above. Dietrich VIII, Count of Clovis plus Margaret of Guelders, see above. Margaret plus Adolf II of the Mark. Adolf III, Count of Mark plus Margaret of Jülich. Adolf I, Duke of Clovis, raised by Emperor Sigismund, founder of the Order of the Dragon, as Duke and a Prince of the Holy Roman Empire in 1417. Reigning from Schwanenberg Castle, associated in legend with the Knight of the Swan, immortalized in Wagner's Lohengrin, plus Mary of Burgundy, Duchess of Clovis, sister of Philip the Good, founder of the Order of the Golden Fleece. Catherine of Clovis, commissioned hours of Catherine of Clovis, plus Arnold, Duke of Guelders, see above. Marie of Guelders plus James II of Scotland. James III of Scotland plus Margaret of Denmark. James IV of Scotland plus Margaret Tudor, D of Henry VII, Order of the Golden Fleece plus Elizabeth of York, daughter of Elizabeth Woodville, accused of witchcraft. James V of Scotland, Order of the Golden Fleece, plus Marie of Guise, see below. Adolf, Duke of Guelders plus Catherine of Bourbon, daughter of Charles I, Duke of Bourbon. Philippa plus René II, Duke of Lorraine, Order of the Fleur de Lis. Antoine, Duke of Lorraine plus René de Bourbon. Francis I, Duke of Lorraine plus Christina of Denmark, see below. Claude, Duke of Guise plus Antoinette de Bourbon. Marie of Guise plus James V, King of Scotland, Order of the Golden Fleece. Mary, Queen of Scots plus Henry Stuart, Lord Darnley. King James I of England plus Anne of Denmark. Charles I of England plus Henrietta Maria of France, daughter of Marie de Medici and Henry IV of France. Charles II of England plus Catherine of Braganza. Lady Mary Tudor plus Edward Radcliffe, 2nd Earl of Derwentwater. James Radcliffe, 3rd Earl of Derwentwater. Charles Radcliffe, founder of the Grand Lodge of England, officer in the Order of the Fleur de Lis, and Grand Master of the Priory of Zion. Mary, Princess of Orange plus William II, Prince of Orange. William III of England plus Mary II of England, see below. James II and 7 of England, Scotland, and Ireland plus Anne Hyde. Mary II of England plus William II, Prince of Orange, together known as William and Mary. William III of England, King of England, Ireland, and Scotland. James II and 7 plus Mary of Modena. James Francis Edward Stuart, the Old Pretender, plus Maria Clementina Sobieska. Charles Edward Stuart, Bonnie Prince Charlie, the Young Pretender. Henry Benedict Stuart, Cardinal Duke of York. Henrietta of England plus Philippe, Duke of Orleans, Order of the Golden Fleece. Anne-Marie d'Orleans plus Victor Amadeus II of Sardinia, see below. Elizabeth Charlotte d'Orleans plus Leopold, Duke of Lorraine, see below. Alchemical wedding, Elizabeth Stuart plus Frederick V of the Palatinate. Charles Louis. Charles II plus Princess Wilhelmine Ernestine of Denmark. Elizabeth Charlotte, Madame Palatine plus Louis Philippe, Duc d'Orleans. Elizabeth Charlotte d'Orleans plus Leopold, Duke of Lorraine, see above. Francis I plus Empress Maria Theresa, supported Jacob Frank. Joseph II, had affair with Eva, daughter of Jacob Frank. Philippe II, Duke of Orleans, 1674–1723, friend of Chevalier Michael Ramsay, plus Françoise Marie de Bourbon, Mademoiselle de Blois, D of Louis XIV plus Madame de Montespan, 1640 to 1707, close to Philippi, and accused of black mass. Louis, Duke of Orleans, 1703 to 1752. Louis Philippi, Duke of Orleans, 1725 to 1785. Louis Philippe II, Duke of Orleans, 1747 to 1793, aka Philippe Egalite, Grand Master of the Grand Orient of France. Sophia of Hanover plus Ernest Augustus, Elector of Hanover, 1629 to 1698. Sophia Charlotte of Hanover plus Frederick I of Prussia, see above. Frederick William I of Prussia plus Sophia Dorothea of Hanover, see below. Frederick II the Great of Prussia, 1712 to 1786. Prince Augustus William of Prussia, 1722 to 1758. Frederick William II of Prussia, 1744 to 1797, member of Golden and Rosy Cross. Louisa Ulrica of Prussia plus Louisa Ulrica of Prussia, 1710 to 1771. Charles XIII, 1748 to 1818, Grand Master of the Swedish Order of Freemasons, plus Hedvig Elizabeth Charlotte of Holstein-Gottorp, Hesse-Kassel. Gustav III, 1746 to 1792, Patron of Swedenborg and Grand Master of Swedish Rite of Freemasonry, plus Sophia Magdalena of Denmark. George I of England plus Sophia Dorothea of Czella. Sophia Dorothea of Hanover plus Frederick William I of Prussia, see above. Frederick the Great, 1712 to 1786. Prince Augustus William of Prussia, 1722 to 1758. Frederick William II of Prussia, 1744 to 1797, member of Golden and Rosy Cross. Louisa Ulrica of Prussia plus Louisa Ulrica of Prussia, 1710 to 1771. Charles XIII, or Karl XIII, 1748 to 1818, plus Hedvig Elizabeth Charlotte of Holstein-Gottorp, Hesse-Kassel. Gustav III, 1746 to 1792, plus Sophia Magdalena of Denmark. George II of England, 1683 to 1760. Princess Louise of Great Britain, 1724 to 1751 plus Frederick V of Denmark, 1723, 1766. Sophia Magdalena of Denmark plus Gustav III, 1746 to 1792. Christian VII of Denmark, 1749 to 1808, plus Caroline Matilda of Great Britain, D of Frederick, Prince of Wales, by Princess Augusta of Saxe-Gotha. Frederick VI of Denmark, 1768 to 1839. Princess Louise of Denmark, 1750 to 1831. Princess Mary of Great Britain, 1723 to 1772, plus Frederick II, Landgrave of Hesse-Kassel. William I, Elector of Hesse, 1743 to 1821, hired Meyer Emschel Rothschild who founded Rothschild dynasty. Prince Charles of Hesse-Kassel, member of Illuminati and Asiatic Brethren, friend of Comte Saint-Germain. Princess Louise Caroline of Hesse-Kassel. Christian IX of Denmark plus Louise of Hesse-Kassel, 1817 to 1898, friend of Marie de Risnich, Comtesse de Keller who married Alexander Saint-Yves d'Alvadra. Alexandra, Queen of the United Kingdom plus King Edward VII. Maria Fyodorovna, Dagmar of Denmark, plus Tsar Alexander III, see above. Frederick, 1747 to 1837, of Hesse-Kassel. Prince William of Hesse-Kassel, 1787 to 1867, plus Princess Louise Charlotte. Louise of Hesse-Kassel plus Christian IX of Denmark. Frederick, Prince of Wales plus Princess Augusta of Saxe-Gotha. Princess Augusta of Great Britain plus Charles William Ferdinand, Duke of Brunswick. Caroline of Brunswick plus George IV of England, see below. King George III, 1738 to 1820, plus Charlotte of Mecklenburg-Strelitz, see below. Francis, Duke of Guise plus Anna d'Este, see below. Charles, Cardinal of Lorraine, Protector of Rabelais. Louis I, Cardinal of Guise. John I, Duke of Clovis, Order of the Golden Fleece, plus Elizabeth of Nevers, daughter of John II, Count of Nevers. John II, Duke of Clovis, Order of the Golden Fleece, plus Matilde of Hesse, daughter of Henry III, Landgrave of Upper Hesse, great-grandfather of William the Silent. John III, Duke of Clovis plus Maria of Jülichburg. Sibylle, Electress of Saxony plus John Frederick I, Elector of Saxony, friend of Martin Luther, founder of Schmalkaldic League with Philip I, Landgrave of Hesse, and ordered creation of Luther Rose. Magdalene Sibylle of Prussia plus John George I, Elector of Saxony. Duchess Marie Elizabeth of Saxony plus Frederick III, Duke of Holstein-Gottorp. Sophie Augusta of Holstein-Gottorp plus John VI, Prince of Anhalt-Zerbst, see above. Karl William, Prince of Anhalt-Zerbst, Fruit-Bearing Society, plus Duchess Sophia of Saxe-Weissenfels. John Augustus, Prince of Anhalt-Zerbst, no issue. Magdalene Augusta plus Frederick II, Duke of Saxe-Gotha-Altenburg. Princess Augusta of Saxe-Gotha plus Frederick, Prince of Wales, see above. King George III, 1738–1820, plus Charlotte of Mecklenburg-Strelitz. Prince Edward, Duke of Kent and Strathern, 1767–1820, plus Princess Victoria of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld. Queen Victoria plus Prince Albert of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, see below. Frederick III, Duke of Saxe-Gotha-Altenburg plus Princess Louise Dorothea of Saxe-Meiningen, see above. Ernest II, Duke of Saxe-Gotha-Altenburg, gave refuge to Adam Weishaupt, plus Charlotte of Saxe-Meiningen. Augustus, Duke of Saxe-Gotha-Altenburg plus Louise Charlotte of Mecklenburg-Schwerin. Louise of Saxe-Gotha-Altenburg plus Ernst I, Duke of Saxe-Coburg, see above. Ernest II, Duke of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha. Prince Albert of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha plus Queen Victoria, see below. Victoria, Princess Royal plus Frederick III, German Emperor. Kaiser Wilhelm II, German Emperor, 1859–1941. Alfred, Duke of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, 1844–1900, plus Maria Alexandrovna, see above. Princess Victoria Melita of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha plus Kirill Vladimirovich, Grand Duke of Russia. Grand Duke Vladimir Kirillovich of Russia. King Edward VII, 1841–1910, plus Alexandra, Queen of the United Kingdom, D. of Louise of Hesse-Kassel plus Christian IX of Denmark. Prince Albert Victor, 1864–1892, aka Jack the Ripper. George V, 1865–1936, plus Mary of Teck. Princess Alice plus Ludwig IV, Grand Duke of Hesse and by Rhine, 1837–1892, the great-grandson of Frederick William II of Prussia, who belonged to the Golden and Rosy Cross. Alexandra Fyodorovna, Alex of Hesse, 1872–1918, plus Tsar Nicholas II, Order of the Golden Fleece, 1868–1918. John Louis I, Prince of Anhalt-Dornburg plus Christine Eleonore von Züch. Christian August, Prince of Anhalt-Zerbst plus Duchess Johanna Elizabeth of Holstein-Gottorp, see below. Sophie Augusta of Anhalt-Zerbst plus Johann Ernst III, Duke of Saxe-Weimar. Ernest Augustus II, Duke of Saxe-Weimar-Eisenach plus Anna Amalia of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel. Karl August, Grand Duke of Saxe-Weimar-Eisenach, member of the Illuminati, established what was to become known as Weimar Classicism at his court in Weimar, notably by bringing Johann Wolfgang von Goethe there. Christian Albert, Duke of Holstein-Gottorp plus Princess Albertina Frederica of Baden-Durlach. Frederick IV, Duke of Holstein-Gottorp plus Hedvig Sophia of Sweden. Charles Frederick, Duke of Holstein-Gottorp plus Hedvig Sophia of Sweden. Peter III, founder of the Holstein-Gotha-Promanoff branch. Initiated by Sir Christopher Wren and introduced Freemasonry in his dominions, plus Catherine the Great, see below. Duke Christian August of Holstein-Gotha plus Princess Albertina Frederica of Baden-Durlach. Duchess Johanna Elizabeth of Holstein-Gotha plus Christian August, Prince of Anhalt-Zerbst. Catherine the Great plus Peter III. Tsar Paul I, Grand Master of the Knights of Malta, plus Natalia Alexeyevna. Tsar Alexander I, 1801–1825, under influence of Madame von Krüderer, famous psychic and friend of Madame Germaine de Stael. Tsar Nicholas I, Order of the Golden Fleece, plus Charlotte of Prussia, 1798–1860, D of Friedrich Wilhelm III of Prussia, son of Frederick William II of Prussia, who belonged to the Golden and Rosy Cross. Tsar Alexander II, Order of the Golden Fleece, plus Marie of Hesse, interested in occultism, see above. Tsar Alexander III of Russia, Order of the Golden Fleece, plus Maria Fyodorovna, Dagmar of Denmark. Tsar Nicholas II of Russia, Order of the Golden Fleece, plus Alexandra Fyodorovna, Alex of Hesse, see above. Maria Alexandrovna plus Alfred, Duke of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, see below. Anne of Clovis plus Henry VIII of England, no issue. William, Duke of Jülich-Clovisberg plus Maria of Austria, daughter of Ferdinand I and Anna Jagellnica. Marie Eleanor of Clovis plus Albert Frederick, Duke of Prussia. See Genealogy of the Dukes of Saxony. Engelbert, Count of Nevers plus Charlotte of Bourbon-Vendôme. Charles II, Count of Nevers plus Marie d'Albret, Countess of Rethel. Francis I, Duke of Nevers plus Marguerite of Bourbon-La Marche. Henriette of Clovis, Lady-in-Waiting of Catherine de' Medici, plus Ludovico Gonzaga, Duke of Nevers, Grand Master of the Priory of Zion, nephew of Ferrante Gonzaga, Grand Master of the Priory of Zion and Order of the Fleur de Lis. Charles I Gonzaga, Duke of Mantua plus Catherine of Lorraine-Mayenne, daughter of Charles of Lorraine, Duke of Mayenne, see below. James, Duke of Nevers plus Diane de la Marque. Catherine of Clovis plus Henry I, Duke of Guise, see below. Marie of Clovis plus Henry I de Bourbon, Prince de Condé, no issue. Adolphe of Clovis, Lord of Ravenstein plus Beatrice of Coimbra, daughter of Pedro, Duke of Coimbra. Philip of Clovis, Lord of Ravenstein. Marie of Clovis plus Charles, Duke of Orleans, Order of the Golden Fleece. Louis XII, King of France plus Anne, Duchess of Brittany. Claude of France plus Francis I of France, Order of the Golden Fleece, sponsor of Guillaume Postel and Leonardo da Vinci. Henry II of France plus Catherine de' Medici, practitioner of the Black Mass. Francis II of France plus Mary, Queen of Scots. Elizabeth, Queen of Spain plus Philip II of Spain, Order of the Golden Fleece. Claude of France plus Charles III, Duke of Lorraine. Henry II, Duke of Lorraine plus Margherita Gonzaga, daughter of Vincenzo I Gonzaga, Order of the Golden Fleece plus Eleanor de' Medici, sister of Marie de' Medici. Margherita Gonzaga plus Henry II, Duke of Lorraine, see above. Nicole of Lorraine plus Charles IV, Duke of Lorraine. Charles V, Duke of Lorraine, Order of the Golden Fleece, plus Eleonora Maria of Austria, D of Ferdinand III, Holy Roman Emperor plus Eleanor Gonzaga. Leopold, Duke of Lorraine plus Elizabeth Charlotte d'Orleans, see above. Francis I, Holy Roman Emperor, Grand Master of the Order of the Golden Fleece, plus Empress Maria Theresa, supporter of Jacob Frank. Josipa II, Holy Roman Emperor, Grand Master of the Order of the Golden Fleece, had affair with Eva, daughter of Jacob Frank. Leopold II, Holy Roman Emperor, Grand Master of the Order of the Golden Fleece, plus Maria Luisa of Spain, D. Charles III of Spain, Grand Master of the Order of the Golden Fleece. Francis II, Holy Roman Emperor, Grand Master of the Order of the Golden Fleece, plus Princess Maria Theresa of Naples and Sicily. Archduke Franz Karl plus Princess Maria Theresa of Naples and Sicily. Franz Joseph I of Austria, Grand Master of the Order of the Golden Fleece. Maximilian I of Mexico. Archduke Karl Ludwig plus Princess Maria Annunziata of Bourbon. 2 Sicilies plus Princess Maria Josepha of Saxony. Archduke Franz Ferdinand plus Sophie, Duchess of Hohenberg. Archduke Otto of Austria plus Princess Maria Josepha of Saxony. Charles I of Austria plus Princess Zita of Bourbon-Parma. Otto von Habsburg, Grand Master of the Order of the Golden Fleece. Archduke Ferdinand of Austria. Marie Antoinette plus Louis XVI. Archduke Maximilian Francis, Grand Master of the Priory of Zion. Charles Alexander, Order of the Golden Fleece, Grand Master of the Priory of Zion. Claude of Lorraine plus Nicholas II, Duke of Lorraine. Christina of Lorraine, Patron of Galileo. Charles IX of France. Henry III of France, educated in black arts by his mother, plus Louise of Lorraine. Margaret II, Duchess of Berry plus Emmanuel Philibert, Duke of Savoy, called upon Nostradamus for an heir. Charles Emmanuel I, Duke of Savoy, prophesied by Nostradamus. Victor Amadeus II of Sardinia plus Anne-Marie d'Orleans, D of Philippi, Duke of Orleans, see above. Charles Emmanuel III of Sardinia plus Polyxena of Hesse-Rotenburg. Victor Amadeus III of Sardinia plus Maria Antonia Ferdinanda of Spain, see above, n. Charles Emmanuel IV, King of Sardinia. Victor Emmanuel I of Sardinia, Order of the Golden Fleece, plus, see below. Charles Felix, King of Sardinia, Order of the Golden Fleece. René of France plus Ercole II d'Este, son of Alfonso I d'Este plus Lucrezia Borgia. Anna d'Este plus Francis, Duke of Guise, see above. Henry I, Duke of Guise plus Catherine of Clovis. Charles, Duke of Guise, Grand Master of the Order of the Fleur-de-Lis. Charles, Duke of Mayenne plus Henriette of Savoy. Catherine of Lorraine Mayenne plus Charles I Gonzaga, Duke of Mantua, see above. Charles Gonzaga, Duke of Nevers plus Maria Gonzaga. Eleanor of Mantua plus Ferdinand III. Eleanor of Austria plus Charles V, Duke of Lorraine. Leopold, Duke of Lorraine plus Elizabeth Charlotte d'Orleans. Francis I, Holy Roman Emperor plus Empress Maria Theresa. Charles II, Duke of Mantua and Montferrat. Marie-Louise Gonzaga plus Vladislav Forveza and secondly John II Casimir of Poland. And Gonzaga plus Edward, Count Palatine of Cimmern, son of alchemical wedding of Frederick V of the Palatinate and Elizabeth Stuart. And Henriette of Bavaria plus Henry Jules, Prince of Condé, son of Louis, Grand Condé, involved in proto-Zionist conspiracy with Manasseh ben Israel, Isaac Lapierre and Queen Christina. Louis, Prince of Condé plus Louise Françoise de Bourbon, granddaughter of the alchemical wedding. Louis, Count of Clermont, Grand Master of the Grand Lodge of France. Louis II, Cardinal of Guise. Mary, Queen of Scots plus Henry Stuart, Lord Darnley. King James I of England plus Anne of Denmark. Charles I of England.